So welcome to this video. Today's video, now we have the tropical depression. Felicia really started to really deteriorate, started to encounter wind chill a little bit sooner than I thought it would. And the storm this weekend rather quickly and was only really a tropical storm for 12 hours. The ESCAP passed from last night confirmed that Felicia was indeed a tropical depression. And the storm brushed Clarion Island. I don't think you can even see it on the satellite, it's so small. Those observation stations, but of course observation stations there, of course, were not working, unfortunately. I mean, Felicia, she was kind of decreased a little bit, but the system's moving over cool waters, so that's likely to promote continued weakening. It seems likely to become a post-tropical remnant low sooner or later. But maybe tonight or not on Saturday. You can see not much deep convection is left. With Felicia, you can see here's probably the weakening remnant center. I mean, in the short term, nothing's imminent after Felicia. I mean, the system of the Yankee has a 0.30 on it. The European has shown estimated pretty potent. The GFS is pretty passive on it. Probably they show some wind chill. They actually show a decent environment in this prospect 0.30 system for about 4 days. Then, for the next 4 or 5 days, then around Day 5 to Day 6, they have wind chill increasing. It's worth noting, however, that the past several European runs presumably does not show this wind chill, because they actually show European molecular system becoming a legitimate tropical cyclone as it continues west. And this is the 60 run. There's also a few areas of disturbed water, like near the Central Pacific, near the dateline that need to be watched, and they do have some model support. The YouthMet shows one. The few GFS ensembles show an area of disturbed water that currently has a 10% chance on the CPHE2. That's currently near 175W developing, but I kind of doubt it just because the system's a monsoon in nature. Those kind of systems take longer than what global models, than what most global models expect. Here's a look at the CFS runs. You can see the CFS and looking the longer term continues to just a very active period of activity with like the door opening to the Hawaii door opening, as we probably see multiple Hawaii systems pass close to Hawaii. They even have the 0.30 system. The European has it coming pretty close to Hawaii. Have another system forming behind that, which none of the other global models shows. So it's going to be interesting to see how this exactly plays out. Because there's kind of within the next 10 days, I'd say there's about 2 EPAC systems and 2 CPAC systems that probably are a bit better watching. It's a little bit uncertain because we do have a Kelvin wave coming back. And Kelvin waves, and we have a westerly wind burst, another strong westerly wind burst since the MGO was retrograding. And with the strong westerly wind burst we're getting, it's likely to be underestimated by computer models, and they always are, as they've been so far this year. And thus, I'd safe to assume that they're probably underestimating tropical cyclone genesis as well. You can see the CFS kind of showing a pretty pattern that pretty much favors the kind of systems that kind of pass them with Hawaii, go and reach higher latitudes in here, because we have some very warm ocean waters over here. Some very warm ocean waters, and they're like, have several systems that will likely do that route. A few may be further south than Hawaii, like over here. So it's going to be, well, over here, and a few, like, this future Guillermo might be this kind of system that kind of like a globe tracker, like Genevieve was, or maybe like another Ezel. So it's gonna be. I mean, this would be. I don't have access to the European beyond 10 days. This would be interesting if I had access out to the full 15 days after. I'm actually interested to see where it takes the system in the longer run. It's worth noting, however, that the EPS, the European Ensemble System, which is much lower resolution, has major difficulties in the deep tropics, and isn't likely to recognize anything in the deep tropics unless it's like near Mexico. If that does show a few hints, but nothing really imminent, and I do have access to that through Weatherbell for 14 days out. So it's pretty interesting. I mean, nothing's imminent, but this is worth watching. I mean, here's a look at the ASCAP pass of Felicia. 1 second, you can see there's not too much left of it. And then you can see right here. There it is. And here's another view right here. You can see it. those disaster reports a nice area of 25 knots, so I presume there's still some 30 knot winds, and that makes sense given the satellite presentation of the storm. And since probably still 30 knots, because if anything, since then the satellite presentation may have actually improved slightly since wind shear is decreasing and convection become a little bit more concentrated towards the center. And I highly doubt, however, since sea surface temperatures are becoming cooler, Felicia will make a backdrop. So if you just look at some of the longer range GFS and solver models, you can see they do show a number of things. A couple show, like in 16 days, a couple show up a few powerful systems in the Eastern Pacific. Here, take a broad look at this. Like they show, if you want to pause it, you can see a few systems. They show some systems, and even show some hints that stuff forming, trying to form over there. Though the GFS is really backed off somewhat, and some was backed off somewhat on systems in the longer time frames. Now, here's a look at the NASA model. I believe I can show this to you. And the NASA model shows a hurricane around 10 days. So the hurricane around 10 days is the same system I believe the 0-3 system. It also has shown some in the past, shown some hints at something else trying to form over down here. That would be Hilda. I think the European has been showing for a while, and I think the UK has been hinting at it as well, actually. But I'm not too keen on that yet because the GFS doesn't, not a single GFS ensemble member shows this, nor does a CFS ensemble member show this. I haven't looked at the Canadian, so I can't tell you what the Canadian shows. I mean, looking the longer time frame, the next long-term power door that's going to open like early September is kind of the California door. This is the long range CFS runs. And you can see they do have an agreement on the California door opening. At least a number of systems passing pretty close to California, at least directly over the Baja Peninsula. I think that one of the early ones had a major hurricane around Baja California Peninsula, so think Odile, but further north. That's somewhat realistic, just because think about it. Sea surface temperatures over the years have gotten warmer in this region, and 2014 had pretty much 30 C isotherm extended up to Baja. And in 1997, you were able to get the 26 C isotherm extending right up to here. I mean, this year so far, I mean, a lot of it's been due to some upwelling from the Aurora, so it's really hard to gauge. But so far, the sea surface temperatures aren't as warm as they were in 1997, 2014, but this may change, and I think this will change. If they can get really warm like they are last year, I think there's a good chance that we can see quite a potent hurricane again, just 1 year after Odile, slamming into the Baja California Peninsula, before moving into the Four Corners region and providing some heavy rain to Arizona. That's what a lot of the CFS and some members in the longer range are also hinting at. So the interesting I mean, it's not a serious threat. But it's not a serious threat. I mean, you're not gonna get, California's probably not gonna get a major hurricane like they've gotten before. But it's possible. But it's possible, what was I going to say? That they could start getting more tropical cyclones. They could get some more heavy moisture from the remnants of these systems. I mean, you can see even the CFS also has a pretty late season activity too, and it's some moisture either from some subtropical or tropical formations, from tropical systems in November. So it's going to be interesting to see how this pans out. And it's still something to keep an eye on. The CFS, however, I will know has a decent track record for those of you who are interested, and it correctly showed a few months in advance, 1 to 2 months in advance, the heightened activity in both 2012 and 2013 late season. Those seasons did a decent job in 2014 as well. Though it's overdone Genesis a little bit in 2015, so finally had us at killed out or something by that by now. We partially just a little bit of bad luck, we're only at Felicia, so anyhow, that's it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye!